Well, it is in the final housing statistic or stat or report for 2022. Of course, I'm talking about the existing home sales. I'm sorry, it's actually pending home sales. Pending home sales is what we're looking at here. It is the final housing report of the year. It is, it's going to be one of those reports that I think kind of highlights the Fed did what they said they were going to do. The Fed said, bring the pain. You have heard me talk about the housing market in a depression. That means transactions, new developments, and things of that nature. So we're going to look at a number that is undoubtedly bad. However, remember, I do believe we are now in the bottoming process. Housing transactions don't go to zero. Shoot, when interest rates were 20%, they did not go to zero. So as we will see, I think we are getting to the bottom. We will go ahead and look at the National Association of Realtors actual pending home sales report just released today on December 28th. So let's just bring up the actual report. We will go through it together. Hopefully the microphone and sound is behaving better. So again, we pulled this up. You can see there it is right from NAR's website. We'll go through the key highlights. Pending home sales decreased for the 6th consecutive month, down 4% from October. It is important to note that the expectations were negative, although they were only negative 0.5 or 0.5%. So going down 4% is worse than expected. I think behind the data, and it will be interesting to see if it's in this report, is active listings have gone down. And if you add a twist or a wrinkle, which some of you are helping me do, we even have less inventory available. Of course, what am I talking about? I am talking about those listings that are 60 days old, no price drops, right? These are the folks that said, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, if you sell my house at X, I will sell, else I am staying put. I believe there is a lot of listings, perhaps as many as 20%, that are fake, bogus. They are not real listings. These are folks that frankly have given up, but they haven't yet canceled the contract. So it will eventually become an expired listing, but we shall see. Month-over-month contract signings declined in all 4 major U.S. regions, right? West, South, Midwest, and Northeast. Pending sales fell in all regions compared to a year ago as well. So both month-on-month and year-on-year. So this is very, very interesting. So let's get into it. Generally is a short report, so we shall see. So again, we got the chief economist, Lawrence Yun, excuse me. Falling home sales and construction have hurt broader economic activity. Remember, one of the things that I've been talking about is I believe housing is in a depression. It will pull the economy into a recession, which I think happens in Q1, Q2. I also believe we are heading into a rolling recession. So while other parts of the economy next year roll into a recession, housing will have already bottomed, right? This is not March or April 2020 where everything shuts down and we come back together in a V-shaped recovery. So very, very interesting. Something else in that second paragraph I've just noticed, pending home sales recorded the second slowest monthly reading in 20 years as interest rates rise. Yeah. So I'm just reading this together. So there's this home index report. So it fell 4% to 73.9. It's actually one of the lowest readings since I think it was April of 2020 when it hit a low of 70, if memory serves. So we will take a look at that. Residential investment component of GDP has fallen for 6 straight quarters. I think Q4 is going to be nasty. I think it is going to come down. It is really going to hurt GDP. It'll be interesting to see what the Atlanta Fed indicator has for GDP in Q4 after this, because this is an input for that. Again, they're updating with daily information. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like tomorrow. Lawrence does highlight interesting fact that approximately 2-month lag between mortgage rates and home sales, right? Home sales is the completion. Mortgage rates is when you lock in. So it'll be very interesting to see where this goes, because interest rates, up until this week have been falling for 6 weeks in a row. We will talk to Matt, the mortgage guy, and see what happened this week. Don't know. So again, mortgage activity might pick up early next year. Again, that's the bottoming process. So let's take a look at each region. We have the Northeast, slipping almost 8%. That's not good. And down 34% from last year. Midwest down 6%. And 31% from a year ago. That's pretty significant drop. The South, not bad. Down, what is that, 38.5%? Ooh, that's bad. And then the West, oh my goodness. So the West is down a paltry, call it 1% in November, month on month. However, it is down 45% from last year. This is really my thesis, right? A lot of these come crashing down baseline, and then we build from there. So the West has really been hurt, right? Phoenix, Vegas, California, and the like. So again, the Midwest region is held up relatively, again, price point, while the West region has suffered the largest decline. Again, that's what we have been talking about. So closing comment about National Association of Realtors. So what does all this mean? Well, again, as I believe I've said for the last 2 weeks, I think a lot of the housing data that's coming out is going to be at or very near the worst of it, including this, right? The pending home sales. I think this is kind of the bottoming, the washout. We will see where it goes from here. Obviously, rates have been down 6 weeks in a row. We shall see. I am not calling for price increases. I want everybody to hear me correctly. I believe house prices have got ahead of itself. I believe we have years of makeup, both in falling rates or rates lowering and also income, right? I do think affordability, if you saw my 12 predictions for 2023, I think affordability gets better. A combination of flat prices, wages going up, and rates coming in. So again, I think this is all part of the bottoming process. It's been a lot of fun talking about housing with you all year. I appreciate the reports that come from NAR and Realtor and Zillow and Redfin and all that stuff. Well, folks, I hope you have an amazing day. We got to get ready to do the daily financial news here in a minute. Have fun, like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to have an amazing 2023. Let me know what you're going to do in 2023. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye-bye.